everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be doing the commentary / analysis for episode 9, Miraculous Ladybug season 5, Elation, not Exaltation. I thought all this time it was called Exaltation, turns out that's just a French title. Elation, I believe, in English. Oh boy. Oh boy! So before I start, I'm about to spoil the whole episode for you, so please go and watch it before you watch this video. I will try to leave some links down below, but they have been really getting on with the copyright this season. So I make no promises, but I will try my best. It's always the best to watch the episode as close to coming out as possible. And if you're wondering how I watch it live on TF1 using a VPN. And the second disclaimer, I haven't read the show Bible, nor have I seen the vast majority of the leaks, and in this video I already know I'm going to do some speculating, so please don't say, yeah, you're right, no, you're wrong, this is going to happen instead. I don't actually want to know what happens. I want to have ideas, I want to think about it, but I don't want it confirmed until I watch whatever episode it happens, and you know what I mean? So please don't comment anything like that down below. So, oh my god, this episode. Since Jubilation aired, which at the point of filming this feels like it was about 2 months ago by this point, but it's only been like, what, 2 weeks? Yeah, about two, yeah, it was like last Monday, I guess, so nearly 2 weeks ago now. It feels like it's been about a solid month, and within that, what feels like a month but is only 2 weeks, I feel like this show has destroyed me at least 50 times and then also simultaneously put me back together, and this episode certainly didn't help. Like, Illusion was a nice, fun, not much love square stuff in it, which I was kind of happy about because I was like, I can't take much more. And then this episode. Although that means, like, it was good, it was a good episode. I wasn't expecting the Mary Shat, as someone phrased this on Twitter towards me, I wasn't expecting the Mary Shat we got to be so premium, because if you didn't know, Thomas Astruc doesn't like Mary Shat. It's his least favourite part of the Love Square. So anytime we get Mary Shat, which is usually few and far between because he doesn't really like it, how dare you! Because he doesn't really like it, it's never usually that great because he doesn't like it, which is kind of understandable. If you find he doesn't like it for whatever reason. I don't really know the reason why he doesn't like it, but he doesn't, so like, okay. But it was premium Mary, we got premium Mary Shat, so good, right? So I'd give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. Not because I thought there was anything particularly wrong with it. I liked it, I just didn't feel it was as strong as some of the other episodes we've gotten. Again, I think it's the same problem I'm having with Illusion. That also wasn't a bad episode, but because we've had 4 episodes all in a row, plus as well Determination at the tail end of last week, I can't help but compare all the episodes to each other because we're seeing them all together, and it's making it obvious which ones are the better episodes and which ones are a bit weaker. So by no means was this a terrible episode. 8.5 out of 10 is still a good score, but I just didn't feel it was quite as strong as, for example, my favourites so far have probably been Reunion, Passion and Determination. Those are my favourites so far, but because we're seeing them all so close together, it's really highlighting which have the stronger writing. Maybe if we'd seen both Illusion and Elation on their own, I might have given them a higher grade, but because we've seen them so close together, I can't help but compare, so I just felt it was a little bit weaker, but like not by loads. It's still an 8.5. Like, if I thought it was terrible I would have given it like a 4 or something. Have I ever given a 4? I don't think I've ever given below a 5. What did I give Ephemeral? I think I was really generous when Ephemeral came out. I probably gave it something like a 7, but now I hate it. Same with Kuro and Echo. I hate those 2 episodes. Anyway, we're not talking about those. We're talking about Elation. Oh my god, okay. So, Ladybug, that opening, she's basically like what Cat Noir has been like the whole show so far, and now he's like, what on earth are you doing? And I can kind of understand to some degree, because when I was watching it I was kind of like, why isn't Cat Noir kind of feeling even slightly reciprocal towards Ladybug? Because during this whole thing that's been going on with the Love Square this season, Marinette has felt some kind of feelings for Adrien, but she's trying to deny it, but it's obvious that she feels that way, and it's also obvious the way she feels for Cat Noir, and it's really obvious the way Adrien / Cat Noir has been feeling about Marinette, but not for Ladybug. And I think the reason why that difference is taking place, in that Cat Noir has literally just turned off his feelings for Ladybug, is because to him it's a lot easier for him to get over her, because Ladybug has rejected him I don't know how many times, right? Whereas with Marinette, she never actually got rejected by Adrian because she never told him how she felt. Even though he seemed to be aware, like during this episode he was like, oh yeah, Marinette likes me, until he found out he didn't like her. We'll get to that in a minute or two. But he kind of was aware of it, he's been aware of it for a while, but Marinette never asked him, so he's never rejected her, which I think is kind of why Marinette is struggling between the two boys, whereas Adrian's just going for Marinette and just really doesn't care about Ladybug in that way anymore. He obviously still cares about her, just not in that way anymore. So I think that's the reason why, because I was a bit weirded out at the start and I was like, why aren't you kind of a bit more like receptive, because for 4 seasons prior you were in love with this girl, so I can understand. Plus as well, the way he was treated in season 4 with being left out, I guess that plays into it as well, so he's having a much easier time moving on from Ladybug because she's rejected him so many times, whereas Marinette never really got rejected by Adrian, apart from maybe in Puppeteer 2, but even then he was still really nice about it. Ladybug has been quite horrible oftentimes, especially in the last Glaciator. She wasn't very nice at the start of that episode towards him, so I do kind of understand why Marinette is struggling between feelings for Adrian and Cat Noir, whereas Adrian's just basically forgot about Ladybug. So Cat Noir leaves, about to de-transform. That was so funny. Can you imagine if he'd done it and that one girl is like, oh, well now I know who Cat Noir is. Well, I didn't expect that today. That was funny. And then, oh my god, Alya, right? I swear to god, was it in... I think it was in Passion, so when Marinette's leaving her room right at the start, Alya has a sleeping bag on the floor. But in this episode, it seemed that Alya has now a whole mattress. It does seem that Alya is having quite a lot of sleepovers at Marinette, which to be fair, I do think is understandable after what happened in the season 4 finale. She needs that extra support. If I was Marinette, I'd want someone there for me. Like, Alya's the only person who could really understand what she's going through, and you know what I mean? So I do understand why Alya's spending all that time at Marinette's, but I also do find it funny that Marinette's parents are probably like, you know what, if she's just gonna be here every night, let's just get her a mattress, like, move her in, she can move in, move Alya into the home. What a fabulous idea. That was so funny. But anyway, back to talking about Marinette and Cat Noir. So obviously Alya's talking to her about it, and I really agree with Alya. It's like, you still love Adrian, which I do think is true. Like, during the conversation when they were talking about Adrian arrives downstairs and her mum rings her like, hey, Adrian's here. Marinette starts blushing. She's trying so hard to deny it, and I understand why she's trying so hard to deny it. Like, as she says in the episode, it only led to bad things because of what happened in Strike Back. I get it, I 100% understand, but also at the same time, it's gonna be to, really at this point, the city's detriment because of who you two are if you don't go out with him. Not to pressure you, but she just needs to have a good sit down. I understand she's only 14. If I was going through this at 14, I couldn't do it. And obviously I'm from the outside, so it's easier for me to realise what's going on with her. I understand the reason why she's denying her feelings for Adrian, but at the same time it is also incredibly painful to watch. Oh my god. And then Sabine and Tom, they were amazing. I love Sabine and Tom. They ship their daughter with Adrian so much. We stan Tom and Sabine. Oh my god, I love them so much. They are the best. I just feel so bad for Adrian and Marinette. Like, Adrian's face, like, oh, Marinette's too busy. Like, oh, Marinette couldn't come downstairs for 10 seconds to say hi to Adrian. She couldn't do that. Okay, whatever, alright. I just feel like this episode kind of really reinforces this feeling I have that the identity reveal won't go well, because in the previous identity reveals, one of them has always known beforehand and has been able to get used to the idea of the other person, and then when they immediately de-transform the other person, they're like, oh, okay, it's you, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. But because of what's happening now with all this back and forth, like, I don't like you, I like you, I don't like you, I like you, but it's the same 2 people, it's not actually 4 people, it's just 2. I just feel like it's gonna build and build and build and lead up to the identity reveal going badly. Like, it's gone pretty well twice. In Cat Blank and Ephemeral, went extremely well. I just do not feel that it can go well a 3rd time. You know, it's like the 3rd time's a charm thing. If something goes wrong the first 2 times, it often goes right the last time. I feel like this will be the reverse, that it's gone so well the first 2 times, it will go badly the last time. And I don't mean like, obviously they all had really bad consequences, I mean like the initial reveal, like they were both very happy to find out who the other person was eventually. I know Marinette wasn't initially that happy in Ephemeral, but you know what I mean, they were happy together before obviously the consequences of that reveal happened. So because those reveals went so well, I just feel like this one won't. However, I hope it will have good consequences because the other one had bad consequences. I feel like in the long run, like by the tail end of the season, we will be okay. But right now, I am sad again. However, I'm not as sad as I was for Jubilation or Determination. I'm not as sad as that. I don't know why really, because like they got to kiss in this episode, so I don't know why I'm not sad at it. I'm not really sure. Anyway, let's carry on. So then Adrian transforms like it's absolutely nothing. Like anyone could have seen you, anyone. Just like, he just had no sense. Oh my, like you've tried so hard to keep the secret and you just literally hid behind part of a wall that was in full view of the park, by the way. Just run and go down an alleyway a couple of streets over. Oh my god. But okay, anyway, so he goes up onto the roof and he sees Marinette and they both immediately turn away and she hides. Did you not think that was incredibly suspicious, Marinette? What was going through your head to make you be like, yeah, this is a good move? I don't know, it was kind of funny, and in a way, like, I really like Marishat. I would say like my top pairings are Adrian, Marishat, Gabe, Nath, obviously, because why not? And I was really worried that Marishat this season were basically going to become the new Ladrian, because previous Ladrian that had been the pairing that loved each other. So I was like, oh no, Marishat's going to become that, but it's like that, but better in that they actually talk to each other. Like the biggest problem I used to have with Ladrian was that Ladybug and Adrian would basically just like stare at each other and smile and be like, you're so perfect, and the other person would be like, yeah, you too, and that would be really the extent of it. That would be it. So at least with Marishat, because they've been pretty good friends before, like in Glaciator 2 and other stuff, it's allowing them to finally talk to each other more, because obviously Marinette doesn't know Cat Noir is Adrian, so she feels more comfortable and able to talk around him already, and Cat Noir thinks the world of Marinette, so he's able to talk to her really easily anyway. So it's definitely a better setup dynamic than Ladrian, although I am intrigued if we ever get Ladrian again this season, even if it's just for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, to see what it's like between them. Be really interesting. You know, I'd like to see that. So then they go up on Cat Noir's baton to find out where Andre is. I don't know why they had to go all the way up there, but okay, Marinette could have used a phone from, you know, street level, but alright. And then they descend back down, and I thought that dancing was so cringy. Anyone else, I'm glad they were having so much fun together. They looked like they were having a great time, but I was also like, stop doing that. So then they go for ice cream and Andre is like, oh no, Cat Noir, you love Ladybug, and Marinette, you love Adrian. And they were both like, no. And I was just... And then the looks on their faces. This show is going to kill. I swear to God, like it broke me. And like, okay, please, first of all, until the identity reveal happens, the two of you cannot go out, as in Cat Noir and Marinette, you cannot go out in Paris together, because every single time this man sees you together, he gets akumatized. So just stop, alright? Just stop. If you want to hang out together, that's fine, just please do it behind closed doors, right? Go and watch a film at Marinette, go to the cinema together. Please just go a place where Andre will not see you together, because he just gets akumatized. He can't do it. Although to be fair, I do appreciate his dedication. He is the literal embodiment of I will go down with this ship. Like if Cat Noir doesn't get with Ladybug, this man is just going to be eternally upset. And to be honest, me too, Andre. Me too. So I mean, I do love his dedication, but I swear to God. So far Alya knows who Marinette is, Luca knows both of their identities, and once Marinette and Adrian find out who the other person is, the next person who needs to know is Andre. Okay, this is the list for identity reveal. Marinette, Adrian, Alya, Luca, Andre. I swear to God, please tell the man. Please. Please. He needs to know. Okay? Please tell him. It's killing me inside. Just please tell each other. I don't know how much longer I can wait until identity reveal. This is getting increasingly harder. I doubt it's going to be till the second half of the season. There are 26 episodes, so the second half doesn't start till episode 14. This is only episode 9. I don't know how much more I can take. Okay, it's already been... I've been watching this show since I was 21, which was when season 2 was airing. I am 26 now. It's been 5 years. Some of you have waited longer if you've been watching since season 1 was originally airing. So I don't know how you're coping, but I physically cannot wait. Okay? If I do not get the identity reveal before I finish my PhD, then I am going to riot at my Viva Voce. I will not be happy. Anyway, so, however, they then go on to the beach. They're both sad. And the kisses did restore me inside. So Marinette kisses him on the cheek and then on the nose, and he kisses her on the cheek, and then they kiss. Like every single time it happened, I just like gasped and like my voice went a bit higher until I was just like I was sat here watching it. I was just sat here like clapping, basically. I was like, thank God something's happened, please. But I do also at the same time understand why Cat Noir stops the kiss, because even though Marinette, I thought she was very sweet. She was like, I don't care who's under the mask, I will love them anyway. Whilst I did like that, also at the same time he's just found out that Marinette doesn't love the person under the mask, although I believe she does, she's just saying no to Adrien. She doesn't love him, so I was a bit like, I understand. I also, even if this person, like, not that I wear masks, but if this person was like, I don't love you under the mask but I love you with the mask, I'd be like, no, not a good idea. And then the Akuma, oh my god, I was like, oh, I was, yeah, that scene had me, best scene from this season probably. It was so good. I was like, ah! First the kissing and then the Akuma, amazing. I'm not really sure I agree with him kissing her just to get her out of the Akuma, but I guess I can see where he's coming from, that it helped, but I feel at the same time you could have also just, you know, like tried to talk her down from it a bit harder. I don't know, I feel like he could have tried a bit harder talking her down from getting akumatized before he went in and kissed her, you know what I mean? So I was a bit like, not sure if I quite agreed with that tactic, to be honest, but he did apologise. It wasn't like he was just like, oh yeah, it's cool, I just kissed her, doesn't matter, let's carry on. He did apologise, so I'm about to say I can't hate him for it. I can still dislike someone even if they've done something horrible and apologised. You don't have to accept their apology. But I did feel like he was being sincere and just wanted to help her, and I guess he was panicking. He didn't have time to really go in and try and stop her with any other tactic. He had to stop her from getting akumatized in the first place, and not that he would know, but that would be absolutely disastrous. So yeah, not really sure I agree with that. However, he was absolutely lovely going to save her parents the moment he realised Andre was targeting Marinette. Then, oh my god, Alya. Just putting on what was it, like some sort of pot? I don't know where she got it from, because she went up on the roof. Does Marinette have like a stash of pans in there? But okay, whatever. It was amazing. Actually, the whole sequence with the clout and the fire just looked so incredible. When we got that trailer last night, I was really worried about Cat Noir. He was fine. I did expect him to get a bit more hurt than that. Not because I wanted to. This is not coming from a place of like, I hate him, kill him. But, you know what I mean? Like, it looked like it should really hurt, so why didn't a bit more? But like the whole effect with like the fire and stuff looks so cool, looked really good. And in the middle of this Akuma fight, Ladybug and Cat Noir have a little conversation, and Ladybug's like, so you like this Marinette girl? And he's like, it's complicated. And I guess it's complicated because, yeah, Marinette seems to like me as Cat Noir, but he's not really sure if it's actual feelings or she just admires him as a hero and is projecting that into other kinds of feelings. So I can understand why it's a bit complicated. Plus as well, he's found out that she likes him but doesn't really like Adrien that way anymore, so I understand why it's complicated. And I like how Ladybug agreed to be friends with him, that's nice. So hopefully she'll stop being cringe around Cat Noir, please. I don't want to see her acting like she did at the start of the episode again. Hopefully that'll stop from now on. But it was very sad, but I was just trying to think as I was going through the episode and translating it, what is the solution here? Because I can't see one. I feel like the best solution at the minute is Adrien. Like, as Adrien says at the end of the episode, we'll just do it now quickly, where he's talking to Plag about it and he's like, well, Marinette did love me once, as confirmed by Andre. She did have feelings for me. Perhaps she can fall in love with me again. And I feel like that's going to be, Adrien, I feel like is going to be the best solution, because whilst they still have to keep secrets from each other, I feel like they'll barely notice the other person is keeping secrets from them, because they're keeping the same secret, you know what I mean? It's not like they're keeping two completely different secrets that keep them away at different times. They're always going to be absent at the same time. So it's not, I just don't think it's that big of a deal because they're both going to be absent at the same time, so they're not going to realise the other person is missing, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like Adrianette is the best way forward, and I guess also largely because I'm 100% with Alya on this. Marinette is not over Adrian, she is just telling herself she is, and I understand why, because of the events of Strike Back. I 100% get why she's saying what she is. I don't hate her for it. I get it. I get it. So I don't hate her for that. That's fine. And then Ladybug casually impaled Andre. They are really going for it, just trying to slash all the characters in half like we had in Determination. Amazing, that was great, but why on earth did she give him a charm? Like, I am struggling to see the point of it anymore. Like, just stop. Just stop. And I swear she didn't give someone a charm, but I'm pretty sure she didn't give one to Jaleel in Reunion, right? So and she didn't give another one to Gabriel as well in Illusion, so I am struggling to see the point of them at the minute. Like, you're picking and choosing who you give a charm to, first of all, and second of all, they don't even work, so... But now let's talk about Gabriel besties. First of all, that arm. Ow! That looks painful, and it did seem to cause him a bit of pain. I had said previously, it didn't look like he was causing him much pain. It did seem to be painful when he detransformed. It's not looking good for you, Gabriel babes. I'd like to see how far up it's gone, but he only ever rolls it up a little bit. So that's fun and exciting. But also interestingly, he also says he knows Cat Noir has feelings for Marinette Dupe and Cheng. So first of all, I'm going to be curious if, because we already saw a clip of Adrian and Marinette about to kiss, which I believe Anita said was from episode 18, Emotion. I'm curious to see if Adrian and Marinette start dating, what Gabriel's view of that is going to be, considering what he knows about Cat Noir. But he also says that he's going to exploit this, which I think he will, but he's going to exploit it to get rid of Ladybug. And I'm a bit unsure on how. I don't quite get how those two things really fit together. Like, I can see him exploiting it, I'm not questioning that, but exploiting it to get rid of Ladybug? Bit confused on. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that, besties. I'd love to do a theory video on it. I've got so many video ideas based on all the episodes we've seen, like talk about theories like to do with Lyle, to do with Gabriel, to do with Natalie, to do with Kwami's Choice, all this other stuff, but I'm like, I can't do any of it yet because they keep releasing episodes, stop! Like, just in general, like, I love Miraculous, you'll know I do, it's my favourite TV show, but like at the same time, when too many things come out together, it's just a lot to process, especially this season because it's been so emotionally charged. If these were like season 1, season 2 type episodes, I probably wouldn't be feeling the same way, but so much is happening, it's like, it's just too much to process. Like, honestly, at this point, I don't actually want to see another episode until the new year. I know that kind of sounds horrible, but I would like a hiatus. Like, please. I literally feel like I'm drowning with all this knowledge and all these ideas I have, and I just need some time to think, you know what I mean? So we already talked about Adrian at the ending, but let's talk about the last scene with Cat Noir and Marinette. So it was very cute with Cat Noir stuttering, and he does seem to have kind of convinced himself that Marinette just admires him as a fan, which I guess is okay. I can see why he says that. But then after he leaves and Marinette starts crying, oh god, like, it was so upsetting because I feel like it's probably what most teenage girls think of at some point, me included when I was a teenager, and she says, "Do you believe a boy will want me one day?" And I was like, oh my god, Marinette, yes, of course. You are gorgeous, you are lovely, you are kind. A boy will want you, like, and it's gonna be Adrian. Okay, please don't worry. I felt so bad for her in that. I understand how she feels at the same time. Like, I feel like just all girls feel like that. So sad. I nearly started crying. I was like, Marinette, don't. I relate to her so much, even though, like, in some veins we are not similar in the slightest. In other ways we really are. And I hate seeing her upset because of how much I relate to her. Like, yeah, I hate seeing Adrian upset too, but with Marinette I'm just like, no, please don't cry, my child. I love her so much. So yeah, I feel like ultimately it will be okay, but right now I am sad. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. It was good, I just didn't feel like it was strong as some of the other episodes, and I would say the MVP was probably Adrian, more so Cat Noir than Adrian, But yeah, I thought you did a great job. Still unsure about whether or not he should have kissed Marinette to get her out of the Akuma, but I guess he was panicking. I probably would be too if I was in that situation. So I do kind of see where he's coming from. And special mention to Alya for not only trying to talk some sense into Marinette, but for also gonna try and help save the day with just a pan on your head. Yes, Alya! And also because she seemed to have just moved in with Marinette, which I'm totally there for. So yeah, hopefully this week is over. I swear to God, if they air another episode tomorrow, I'm just gonna break down crying. First of all, it's tiring to translate the episode and to make the video and to edit the video, but then also to process all the emotional stuff that goes with it in these episodes, because they've all been quite hard-hitting for Miraculous anyway, which used to be my comfort show. 'Tis no longer comforting, still my favourite show, but so far I've not been like, oh, let's watch a season 5 episode, because, you know, it brings me immense joy and I'm gonna laugh loads and smile a lot and come away with a nice feeling. I come away feeling upset. So anyway, I'd love to know what you thought about this episode, besties. If you're gonna write me an essay, I can't wait to read it. Just please put in some paragraphs. I have bad eyesight. And I will see you all in the next one, which will hopefully not be tomorrow on another episode analysis, because I will cry if I have to do that. So I'd love to know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!